Cheers everyone. Today I'm drinking beer. Yes, because it's very fucking hot today. Alright, let's get started, right? Pardon the goddamn noise. As I've said on other videos, there's a construction site right next to me, and these motherfuckers, they keep making a lot of noise, but however, that is not going to stop me from expressing myself, right? And today I want to talk about not judging. Do not judge a book by its cover. Oh man, how many times have I heard that? How many times have you said that? And I'm gonna shine the light on this subject, alright? And it goes like this. You have to be aware that it is a complete lie, alright? Saying or believing that you should not judge a book by its cover is completely wrong, alright? You got it all wrong. And if you are saying that, then chances are you look like shit, and chances are you are preventing yourself from stepping up with your style, with your image. Chances are you do not appreciate beauty that's outside of you. Why? Because you don't want to be judged. You don't want to judge. But let's go back in history a little bit, alright? Let's shine a light on this subject, and let's share some knowledge, some truth about what this is all about. So judging, the word judge, alright? I mean, I know that there's a lot of negative connotation towards that word. Oh, don't judge me. I don't want to be judged. And all that bullshit. But, a word is just a word, right? It is the connotation that you give to it. It is the impact that you give in it. The meaning behind it that you give. For an example, I do not care if somebody judged me, and I actually enjoy that word. I love that word. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the word judging others. Now, if you don't like this word, and for the purpose of this video, maybe you can say observing, analyzing. And this is something that we have been inherited from the very first start, from the very beginning of us as a species, of us as human beings. When we didn't have the time to properly analyze what the other tribesmen were doing, we had to quickly analyze the situation, judge the other guy. So by saying, is this guy gonna hurt me? Is he a threat or a friend? What the fuck is he all about? Now, moving on to present situation, to the current time, judging is still part of our survival mechanisms. Is still part of our communication mechanisms. All right? I mean, just think about it a little bit. Just for shits and giggles. just for the purpose of this video. All right? I want you to think in this way. I'm supposed to properly analyze and give you the time, all of my precious time. Nobody has time anymore, right? We're always rushing and working and hustling and blah 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 blah. But I'm supposed, let's say that I just met you. Let's say that you're selling something. You're trying to sell me something, right? And I've never met you before. I don't know if you're gonna, what's the word? Trick me into making some sort of bullshit purchase or something like that. I don't know you, right? And I'm not supposed to judge. I'm supposed to simply, by the way that you look, I'm not gonna pay attention to that. Maybe you smell, maybe you haven't showered and you smell pretty bad. But hey, I'm not supposed to judge you. Maybe your teeth, your breath stinks and your teeth are all yellow or black and shit like that. And maybe, the way that you speak to me, it is completely off. Like, there's certain times where when someone is trying to manipulate you, when someone is actually lying right in front of your face. Hey, but I'm not supposed to judge you, all right? I'm not supposed to judge. I'm supposed to get to know you. Like, okay, what are you all about? Hello, Mr. Seller. What are you all about? I want to know your story, you know? I really want to know. Let's say, that same example, let's say that it's a bump right across the street, right? It's a homeless guy, but he's trying to sell you something. He's trying to sell you on the idea of giving him money. You're not supposed to judge, right? You're supposed to go at him and listen to him, pay attention very, very clearly, and okay, tell me all your story. All right, let's move on. Let's take another example. Let's say that somebody that is raping a lot of young girls, you're not supposed to judge him, right? You've heard that from the media and you know, from close friends, but you're not supposed to judge. So you're supposed to approach him and ask him, why are you doing that? Why don't you explain to me why you are raping young girls? Why don't you explain me what you're all about? You see the stupidity on this? I mean, I'm trying to make a point right here. I'm trying to make a point on telling you that this is stupid. Alright? I am not supposed to take all of my time to get to know you. Because that is exactly why there's mechanisms in communication. Alright? That is why there's language. That is why there's body language. That's why there's fashion. That's why there's a lot of things that help us communicate better, that help us understand better what we're trying to say. So I'm supposed to judge you. I'm supposed to judge and analyze the situation. I'm supposed to judge the person that is trying to sell me something. I'm supposed to judge everything that is happening on my life. Because if you do not judge, then basically you are saying that you are an open book and you are supposed to accept everything. And by virtue of that being true, that means that you do not have a saying, you know? You're just open to everything. Like, oh, it's okay. I'm you know, like a hippie motherfucker, you know, like everything is good. I'm supposed to embrace everyone and everything, and I do not stand for nothing. You know, I'm just an open person, and I will never judge you. Motherfucker, I'm supposed to judge you, and I will judge you, and I bet you from the bottom of my heart, you are judging me right now, based on my looks, based on the background, based on my words, based on my tonality, based on even my accent, right? My mustache and all of that shit. You are judging me right now, and it all comes down to whether you like me or not. Are you going to accept what I'm trying to say right here or not? And that is basically what is image helps you with. You know, that is exactly what is working on your personal image, your physical personal image, is going to help you with, right? So if you do not like me, hey, don't judge me, right? I'm actually a very knowledgeable guy. I'm actually a very good guy. You know, I'm actually very wise. But don't judge me. Come on, man. You're not gonna like me, right? If I'm doing this video in a way that doesn't resonate with you, you're gonna fucking hate it. You're gonna say like, what the fuck is this mustache guy trying to say to me? Like, I don't have time for this motherfucker. All right. So you are supposed to judge, goddammit, because basically judging what it does, it is putting filters towards your life. So what are the filters of your life? I am against violence, right? So I'm supposed to judge you. If you're a violent person, then I'm gonna judge you, and I don't want you near me, all right? If you look like shit, that is one of my filters, my personal filters. I am up for beauty. I don't appreciate ugliness. So if something is ugly, I'm not gonna want it. I'm not gonna get near to that, all right? That is my filters. Which filters, you can say another word, it could be values, right? So what are your filters? What are your values? And how do you judge others so you can actually, to see if they actually apply to your values, to actually apply to your filters? So you see the power of judging a book by its cover? You are supposed to judge, all right? And I think, I don't know, man, I think this whole idea of not judging others was created to control us. That's one thing, and it was invented by ugly people, you know, like people that are neglected all of the time. They started spreading this rumor about you're not supposed to judge. Why? Because they are getting rejected all of the time, so they started spreading this false information about you're not supposed to judge me, right? And he's a personal trainer who's fat. Come on, you're not supposed to judge him, right? Maybe he's going through some rough time, but you're not supposed to judge him, and you're supposed to pay him to train you to become thinner and more attractive. But he's fat. Hey, I'm not supposed to judge. Get the fuck out of here, man. That is so stupid. That is so goddamn stupid. It's nonsense. It is pure nonsense. And not judging, eventually what is going to happen to you is you're gonna become crazy. You're gonna accept everyone that where are you? What are you standing on? You know, what are your values? Where are you at? God damn it. You're supposed to judge, alright? And even if the information of that book, it is the best information in the world, but the book is all, you know, the cover is all ugly and whatnot, even if that's true, I shared some knowledge on this yesterday on one of my talks with my brother Brian Casella. And I said this: we work better when we are surrounded by beauty, and we always go after beauty. We want beautiful things. We want beautiful things. We do not function when we are surrounded by ugly things. So let's take this example of the cover of the book is ugly as shit, but the information is beautiful, right? The information will change your life. How the fuck, you tell me, how the hell am I supposed to go near that book if it's repulsive? If the image of that book, the cover of that book is so ugly that it's actually pushing me away. You see the nonsense of it? I mean, it's contradictory, alright? As within, so without. As without, so within. So if the information of that book is so beautiful and life-changing, then the cover should project the same goddamn thing. So if you are the best person, you know, if you are the best person in the world, it should also be communicated on the outside. It should be balanced, you know, there should be some balance between how you look and how you are on the inside, and how you are on the inside and how you project that, alright? It is like, I'm not gonna give you a gift wrapped up in some old piece of fabric, you know, full of blood, covered in blood and grease and all that shit. But on the inside, there's a diamond, right? There's a diamond ring. But it's instead of being, you know, presented to you in a beautiful box with a beautiful ribbon, you know, like presented very beautifully, that something that matches the inside of that gift, you know, the gift is beautiful. I need to match it up with the outside. I need to wrap it up in something that matches the beauty that is inside, to surprise you, to please you, know, like, yeah, this is a gift for you. But imagine if I'm giving it to you in something very ugly. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna want it. Like, what the fuck is this? This is covered in blood. What are you giving me, Pablo? Are you giving me a gift wrapped in blood and shit like that? What the fuck is this? You immediately will feel something repulse you. You know, you will feel not attracted to it. So judge a book by its cover. Judge others based on their communication, which is image basically is communication. Judge others based on how they look, because you know what? I'm actually up for it. I want you to judge me because I did not look in this way by accident. Alright? I've invested too much for you to say, don't judge me. I want you to judge me, motherfucker. I want you to judge me. Bring it on, you know? Bring it on. That's why I make these videos, you know? I don't give a fuck if you like me or don't like me. I don't care the way that you judge me. Because I've come to realize that if it's something inevitable, you know, judging is something inevitable, it's going to happen whether I like it or not, I'm gonna use it, alright? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this goddamn tool. Like me or not, you're gonna judge me. So I will use some of the tools that I've learned thanks to the power of image for you to judge me in the way that I want you to judge me. So if you're judging me negatively, I already know what you're judging me on, alright? And I don't care, and I'm gonna use that. And if you're judging me positively, still, I'm gonna use that, alright? A compliment and an insult are part of the same goddamn coin. So I don't care about that shit. But I know that I'm gonna be judged. No matter what I do, even if I'm the best person in the goddamn world, even if I'm God himself, you know, I'm still gonna be judged. Get that, alright? You need to understand this. And instead of bitching about it, instead of being like, oh, I don't want to be judged, use that tool, all right, to your advantage. That's it for today, man. I hope I shine some light and some knowledge. I hope you actually get all this and start judging others to your own advantage, all right? Start applying some filters to the people that are surrounding you, to the things that you want. I mean, goddamn it, you're judging the car that you own. I mean, how else did you pick the car that you own, the place that you live in? The boyfriend or girlfriend that you have, you judge him or her based on the way that she is, her looks, and all that bullshit. So we are judging creatures, all right? You don't like the word judge? Okay, then let's create a new and better word. Let's say analyze. Let's say I don't know, man. I mean, I'm using that word because this is how we all understand the action of analyzing and whatnot, all right? With that, I'm gonna leave you. Become the best version of yourself, and cheers, everyone. I will see you on the next one.